obviously we have so much to talk about, but I want you to do a quick intro. And usually I start by saying, Brooklyn Bagwell, welcome to dinner party. We're so excited to party with you. And why don't you just really quick, because speaking of conspiracy theories, I know that you got your start on Doomsday Preppers, which I want to get into that. But why don't you give us like the quick, like high level Brooklyn Bagwell bio?
How I got started. Okay. Well,
or whatever you want.
Well, I'm originally from North Carolina. I moved to New York right out of college with a fashion merchandising degree because I love shopping, but I realized that was just not my career. So I shifted into television and I started working as a production assistant on Doomsday Preppers. It was the first season on National Geographic. And I'm from the South, so lucky for me, it was the perfect show because I've unfortunately lost my Southern accent, I think, because I've lived here for so long, but the preppers, they trusted me because I'm like a prepper whisperer from the South. I get them, like,
Prepper whisperer is so good.
No, I get it. Like, I'm like, these are my people. Like, these are my people.
Trust is literally everything.
Yeah. And so they knew they would, they could trust me instead of some,
random producer,
New Yorker producer who I was not yet.
Yes. Yeah.
And
who you're totally not that.
I'm still not that. Like, no way. But yeah, then I just started traveling around to different preparedness expos and like holding like open casting calls and learning about, during the pandemic, going back to that, like I had a whole book about a global pandemic. So a prepper that we cast for the show, like called it. And so I actually went back to that book. Brenda McSwiggan, she signed it and she was like, if you ever need masks. And I'm like, I'm not, that's never going to happen.
You're like,
I'm an idiot.
I don't, but okay. And so just so the audience knows kind of like your intro, like who you are. You are currently a casting director for
I'm currently the head of casting at Sharp Entertainment, and our main shows are 90 Day Fiancé. So, and I work with my best friend. We do it together, Ashley, and we do she does. Sharp Entertainment, we do a ton of shows, but 90 Day Fiancé is one of our main ones. And then obviously there's 1,000 spinoffs, and it's so much fun. And, and the preppers, I still talk to them every day.
Really?
So I want that show to come back.
I want that show to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to, I didn't know this about you. Yeah. And I'm fascinated. Obviously, I think the sort of dating reality world is also fascinating, but I'm also what can you please just tell me some crazy stories about things that happened on Doomsday Preppers, because I just can't even.
The amount of time we blew something up, or
how
so a lot of preppers, they have underground bunkers, so we would just
I like how you're saying that, just okay, so you know how a lot of preppers have they have underground bunkers.
They need a little bug out location on the property, and also somewhere else with their bug out bags. But I remember we were on set, and a bug out bag is when you need to get out of Dodge. I'm giving you all these prepper terms, and each
I know I love it, and I'm trying to be hang on, can you just
bug out
define
bag
something
for
me?
When you have a book bag for you and your entire family, and you have at least 3 days worth of supplies, food, water, medical supplies, whatever it is.
And so when they bug out means shit's hitting the fan.
Shit's the fan. Okay. You got to go. You can't go, say someone lives in an urban environment, they need to go somewhere where it's completely remote. So then they have a bug out location. And so, on set, I was on set a few times. So we would, go through their bug out plan just to make sure it's good. We would blow things up with dynamite in their backyard and build in a bunker.
Okay. So you were stress testing them to see if they're legit.
Yeah. Well, to see if their plan would work.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we would go through all of their
preps.
Yeah, and each prepper would prepare for something specific. I remember when 2000 hit, everyone was thinking
the Y2K.
Yeah, Y2K. It was that was that doomsday at the time. And then there was like December 23rd, I think, 2012, like the Mayan calendar.
Yep.
And then that didn't happen, but a lot of people prepared for that. And then, it goes from like an economic collapse to an EMP, like an electromagnetic pulse, where, the power grid just
I'm familiar with all
goes
these.
away.
Yeah.
And then people would build like large
all the
Faraday
doomsdays,
cages.
obviously.
Yeah. And so it's crazy.
Oh my God, EMP, I know.
An EMP, yeah.
Stop.
Like I remember we had this prepper in Canada. His name was Bruce Beach, and he had an underground, community. It was filled with, oh my gosh, like 20 plus school buses that he buried underground. And there was like, I think it could house like hundreds of people. There was like a medical room. There was
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so the buses are underground and there's like tunnels between them?
Yeah.
Or they're just like...
He built like tunnels between them and all these, shipping containers and buses.
Oh my God. So it was like a little underground
underground
house
community. Yeah. There's a ton of them.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's some really nice ones too. I would go to the preparedness expos and like tour these shipping containers, that would go under. I mean, obviously some people will use them for like tornadoes and
Okay.
stuff
I thought
like
you were
that.
going to say like human trafficking, and I was like,
Oh,
oh
God.
my God.
Well, I
back
don't-
to that.
We-
I'm like, oh my God, because that's where my mind went.
Isn't
I'm
that
like,
what happened?
oh my God, yes.
Not my preppers. They didn't do that.
Yes. No. Your
But-
preppers are like
but
trying
like,
to save people.
they're trying to save people.
Yeah.
Or like save
then-
themselves and their families.
Yes, yeah.
Hide
Trying
their
to save
food.
their children.
Yeah. Like most of it would be like a storage container too. Like they would have at least like a year's worth of food. It would always surprise me how much toilet paper a prepper would have. Like years.
But actually, like, thinking about it, you're kind of like, yeah, I guess that is like the one thing you don't want to run out of.
You don't, I guess. Like
You're not going to use a leaf. I mean, at that point, just
I mean, I
just
love
blow me up.
there's so
nuclear war or
much
whatever.
toilet paper underground somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great.
We're like,
But
actually, Costco like doesn't understand that like
No.
a lot of that's just going straight into the.
It's just going
earth,
underground.
basically.
It's,
yeah.
Or being
Do they
like
have plumbing, like, or is it like a bucket
some of the
situation?
storage containers they had like it's literally like a home underground, and they would.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Well, but
would
they're
have
not
home.
like hooked up to like a plumbing system.
No, I think it would just be like a something else. Like
Okay. Yeah.
from like an RV. Like
I don't know what- I don't-
Actually,
yeah,
that
yeah.
that kind of goes over my head.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
was gonna
how
say,
do you do
I'm
that?
asking you like a lot of like
Yeah.
questions as though like you own one of these homes, and I'm like, I know
Yeah.
you don't, but like I have a lot of questions.
But I have been in so many, and
if
they're
you
cool.
would refer some of these people to me, like
Oh,
would love.
yeah, we'll talk after.
Okay.
Because who knows? Like, I have like a lot of preppers on speed dial. I'm like, hey, are we still good?
Yeah. No,
you know.
that's what I also would be like. What I'd be like, what's the next? I mean, are we
know.
good, or are we like?
It's crazy.
I'm like, I live in a high rise in like Five Eyes.
I know. I mean, I
I'm
would
like
say
the
I'm like
first
kind of
person
an.
that's like,
Oh no, I'd be
not
dead.
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like an urban prepper. We did do like a New York City
okay.
episode, and that was a lot of fun. But like,
Were there people in New York City who do this?
yeah,
Like in
I mean,
Manhattan?
people do it. Yeah,
like more than a bug out bag.
yeah, it's sometimes. I mean, most of it's like a bug. Typically, people in New York City, they just have a bug out bag because you're not going to survive in the city, so you
Right.
need to get the hell out.
Yeah.
So you take your bug out bag.
Their strategy
So
is
it's
like
more
I have to
escaping
leave
the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And-
it's fun.
Okay, so you're like engaged a little bit on it. Was there
Yeah.
anything like insane that happened while you were like filming an episode or something where you were like,
Oh my god.
I can't believe this is real?
I mean, every time
Probably. There has to be.
I mean, just like all of the, when we blew up someone's backyard and like wanted to bury the bunker, it was like that was like so crazy. I remember like getting like hiding behind like a house, like waiting for like the dynamite to just go off, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool.
And you're like, this is part of my job.
Yeah.
But how
it's
did
cool.
you pick? So, like, as a casting director,
Yeah.
you're like basically choosing who goes on camera, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're casting them. So how did you know who to cast? Because obviously you didn't necessarily know if their plan was good or
Right.
not.
I mean, I think you know, when I was casting Doomsday Preppers, we wanted to cast like real people, just like real families, real people who are genuinely preparing, not someone that's just doing it for the camera. So you have to show what you have, and people who are just open and going to like open up their lives to us and in like a more educational way. And that's kind of what Doomsday Preppers was. Like, you know, you do need at least like a year's supply of food. And it's kind of like the Mormon 3, like they already like live this lifestyle, like having a year's supply of food and water and like just supplies. So I think finding preppers that were not secretive and they were just like, yes, this is what I do. This is my ammo. These are my supplies. This is, you know, what I have. Because, you know, finding these preppers, they're not willing to open up. Like it's hard to find them.
Yeah.
Like
obviously they naturally don't trust.
No, they don't trust
or
a lot of people. So just like someone who's just like authentic and real and is willing to just share their lives with me. That happens like just not with Doomsday Preppers. That happens with all the shows.
I was gonna say that must be like one of your main criteria.
Yeah.
Just people who are like, I'm gonna open the kimono.
Yeah.
And that's what I had another person who was like on this podcast who was a reality like dating show kind of like was on a couple shows. I don't know what the word is for that, but like a repeat dating show person.
Okay.
Single on TV.
Single.
But like
lots of singles out there.
Yeah. Not the preppers.
The hardest person to cast on a show is a single American guy.
Interesting.
Very hard.
See, and what he said to me was basically like when I had him on, he was basically like, you have to be your full messy self on camera for everybody. Like
so true.
Everything that's fucked up about you, all your issues, all your baggage, bring it with you. And that's what like those people get, like the airtime, they get to stay on the show, like whatever. So I'm thinking, I guess that's like kind of like what you're talking about.
Right.
But why is it so hard to find single American men?
I mean, well, back to what you said, it's like if the audience knows if you're not real, like they can see right through it. But
if you're there for like some Instagram followers now.
It's like, okay, this is not authentic.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to spot. Not just as a casting director, I think like the audience does too. So,
but is it usually just
we want messy. We want like chaotic. You know, we want people to just be themselves. Like no one's perfect. So if you're too aware of the camera, like it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like we're not perfect. We like mess up and, you know, so we're not looking for the TikTok influencers that like have the perfect morning routines. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
And it's also like showing every part of you. I think that like in just like life in general, a lot of people just like wear a mask and like the people who
especially
don't.
Now, everyone wears a filter.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Totally. Yeah. And like I always say, like I feel like my brother, you know, is an actor and he definitely is like a little more like high strung. He's like a very hard worker. He has like that kind of like he's very perfectionist, but at the same time, he's like the type of person who like will be on vacation and he'll like do his like therapy calls like on full volume, like with the door open. And I'm like, he's like doesn't have shame, you know? And I'm like, that's why you can be on camera.
Be you. Yeah.
He can like do like, you know, these like press events with like an 1,000-person audience and like 1 million cameras because like there's something about it that's just like I think he's just like, oh yeah, like the good, the bad, the ugly. Like I don't have shame around that. And like those people are like the best to watch because you're like, oh, like I don't know. It's just like so much more entertaining, not even because they're like fucked up. It's just like because you're like, well, they're just like human.
They're just
and you
like
could
us.
see it. Yeah.
You know, we can see their flaws. And I think that's what's important, especially when casting.
Yeah.
Any kind of reality TV.
And so there's not enough like American single guys that like are like
well,
that.
I think this is the problem. I think there's too many amazing single women that are smart. They have their shit together.
Yeah.
You know, they're beautiful and they're funny and they're just kind of like the package.
Right.
And that's so easy to find. You know? That's so easy to find. I mean, and I'm not just saying that as a girl, but like for guys, and maybe it has, maybe like guys are not willing to just be on TV as much as women are, which I get that too. But it is harder to cast a guy that's willing to be on TV and also is like the full package.
It's a double standard. And
it is a double standard, and I totally get it.
We don't like double standards, but that is one.
It is.
Like,
I know.
Women are allowed to like need attention for like these like vanity surface reasons, and I feel like men like just like aren't. And so like that's just like part of, I'm sure, is got to be what that is, because like,
I mean, there's nothing like more like a girl posting, you know, what she's doing like on a story on Instagram, like that's fine, but like there's nothing more unattractive than a guy just like constantly posting selfies on a story, like on his Instagram story.
Right.
For me.
Yeah.
It's kind of
it's like sort of like whether it's like biological or it's just like ingrained in like society, like whatever, like that's a visceral reaction that I also have. Like I'm like, you have Instagram highlights. Like, why?
Oh, God. I don't even have Instagram highlights.
I don't have Instagram highlights.
I don't
so
hate
I'm like,
them.
why do
like,
you
I don't
that?
hate it. But yeah. Wait, a guy has Instagram highlights?
You haven't seen a guy in New York City who has Instagram highlights?
I'm sure I have.
How long have you been on Raya?
Yeah, it's usually the Raya guys. I mean, Raya is such.
It's like a dichotomy, like
it really
with Raya, because it's like the same kind of thing. It's kind of like, yeah, like I'm here and I'm here to meet guys, but why are you here?
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of thing. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's own little like separate ecosystem where I'm
really
like,
is.
And then you like see your celebrity crush on there and you're just like, kind of have the ick from that. Like you're like,
I know.
Even though it's like there's nothing wrong with that. You're like, just because they were your childhood crush doesn't mean that they don't also want somebody to love them.
That's true. We all want love.
Yeah, everybody wants love. But then I'm like,
it's so hard though. It's like impossible.
I'm so judgy. I'm just like, oh, like you want somebody to like love you, bro? Like, I'm like, ew, you know?
No, I know. I get it. I'm
what is wrong with me?
Picky. And like I'm kind of just I'm starting to
like, oh, you're not like self-sufficient. Even though
yeah.
I'm like desperate, like please someone love me.
Yeah, exactly. It's so
they're like not allowed to do that. I'm like,
no, they're not allowed. They're not allowed. But like there's just a lot of icks out there. So I mean I went to an AI dating matchmaking like mixer. A friend invited me. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't even know. There's this new app out there called Amada or whatever.
Oh.
Have you heard of it?
I've seen
They're really great on Instagram. Yeah. As far as like.
I've probably just seen like an ad
advertising.
Yeah. Yes. I've like been like meta tagged in the back. On the back end that's like
No.
Single.
We're all going to get another advertisement on our phone right now. But like it's absurd. And my friend wanted me to sign up to go with her to this event, and I was like, okay, you get a drink.
No, I would go. I'm just like the name of it. That's like AI dating something.
You work with
You're
an
just
AI
like,
guy or girl, whatever one you want to pick, and then they like match you up with potential matches. I've never had a match. I'm not really.
So it's an AI matchmaker.
Yeah.
That actually might be like. That might be my like bathtub moment. Like I don't think I could handle that.
It was weird. And then I got 3 matches from this AI matchmaker at this event, and I'm like, and I'm like, do I even want to talk to any of the guys here? Like the guys that are coming to this event, like this is weird.
Wait, okay, so the AI matchmakers, like I think you would like Josh, and then you meet Josh.
Well, there was 3 matches throughout the night, and then you look on the app and. You know, it's like, hey, I'm on the couch or I'm near the bar or whatever. Okay. But then you can decide if you want to like meet up with them or not. And then there was like guys coming up like, hey, are you so-and-so? And
then they just see me like on my phone, like look over at the couch. And
like, nope, not me. Definitely not me. That's like, wrong girl. She looks like a bitch. You know? I mean, I had my 2 drinks and I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to a real bar. Like, I mean, but it's a double standard. I was really just going to hang out with my friends. Like, the guys there, I'm not going to really...
I mean, it's just tough. It's just like, again, it's like the type of thing where you're like, ugh. Like the sad thing is that like I'm single. I'm not above it. But then the idea of like an AI being like, hey, like that, like then, and then you're just kind of like, ugh, like, am I this desperate? You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
Not that you are. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
It's okay. I mean, I think we're all desperate here in New York City. Exactly. All the girls are. I mean, I feel bad for all of us out there.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm like, I would go to that because someone invited me, and then I would be there, and I would just be like, a robot is trying to tell me who to date, and I don't know if I'm ready for this next like stage of society yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not either. I'd refuse to do a self-checkout. Like that's how anti.
Yeah. Well, did you know
AI,
that
if that's even AI, that's not AI, but like
when I was in college, one of my friends was like a computer engineer, and he told me that basically they designed the self-checkout like voices to sound less human, like to sound more robotic. So like if you think about it, like if the self-checkouts is like bananas or whatever, and it's not, it's like they could just record someone's voice saying like bananas, but then like they actually make it sound like that because if it sounded too human, it would like borderline creep people out, and then people would like want to use it less. And people are more okay with it. Yeah, because it's like that uncanny valley thing where it's like if it's not human, but it's like really, really uncannily close to being human, then it starts to creep people out. And so they had to engineer it to basically be like boopy robotic. Yeah. Bananas, do you want a bag? Here's your receipt.
This is why I don't even do it. Like I want to talk to people, even though the people are kind of assholes behind
you're
the
like
register.
I'm literally friends with my dooms preppers from like 6 years ago. Like I
want to have a conversation, a real one, not
a people person,
a robotic one. Like
and I don't want to also be humiliated like when like something goes wrong and then they have to come over and they're like, give me that look like you made me work today, and I'm like, they're like, here's the code for your bananas. You know what I mean?
It's like I don't have time for this. Like just like get rid of these 5 self-checkouts and give me 5 real people. Give them jobs.
No, I know exactly. And now the matchmakers are being put out of a job.
I know, and I'm supporting I supported the matchmaker, but
although AI like. We're working with dating apps like Raya. So is an AI better? Maybe. Is it better than that? Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
That system isn't working out either.
No, Raya sucks too.
Yeah. No, I think the dating app thing to me is just like it may die at some point.
I hope so.
That's like
we need to meet people in real life.
Yeah.
Organically. I've met all my ex-boyfriends organically. Yeah. Never online.
Because it's like it's just like a weird generation of people that just like experience dating through the like a phone screen basically. And it's like it gives you like social anxiety kind of, because you like the people who like came of age like in college and stuff like with dating apps, like they don't have to like do the hard work of like going up to people and like mingling and having those like awkward conversations and stuff. So then they hide behind the app, and then those are the people who like just like end up canceling every date, and like they have like you know what I mean? Because I've noticed that with like all these. I mean, my sister's 27. Like everyone who I've talked to who's like in their mid-20s is like just very like stressed by it, because they're like, oh, I mean, have like 20 matches, and then like these people like cancel like all the time, and everyone's like so flaky. And I'm like, yeah, because they're freaked out because they like haven't ever like had a real dating experience. They like grew up on the app, so they probably like comes time for a date and they're like,
it's a really good point,
anxious, you know, and subconsciously they're just like, I don't want to go. Yeah, and there's too many options, and they just like don't value it because they're like, well, I could like just find another person on this app, and then they get like anxious and scared, or they like just like DM people at like 1 a.m. when they're like drunk, so they don't have to like, you know what I mean? Like they just have like a different level of social anxiety.
They're less intentional about dating. There's too many options, and then it just gets. You know, I want to go back to the days where like how my grandma met my grandpa.
Yeah.
At like a little convenience store.
Yeah.
And there was no cell phones. Like, and that was your only option.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not like, you know, I'm worried about all the competition in New York City, but there is something to be said about, you know, not having the distractions, like, and genuinely meeting someone and giving them a chance and finding, like, you know, what interests you in that person versus like dating multiple people.
Yeah.
And then just kind of, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm not really great at dating multiple people. I can't. So, I mean, I can, but I'm not great at it. I also don't have time. So
yeah, it's really tough.
It's hard to find like someone who's
it's also tough to like feel like you're like being viewed as
an option.
Yeah, or like a photo in someone's phone, you know, because then
Along
they're like
with 10 other photos.
Yeah, and
It's like
everything's fake. It's like fake like
it's like
avatars.
a casting call.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be in front of the camera on a casting call.
Yeah,
I don't want to be
exactly.
Yeah,
because they're just like looking at all the, and then it's like also like you're just like looking at the next person who has like Facetune photos, and then they're like, oh, they're like pretty good. Like I could like maybe like level, you know what I mean?
Everyone is filtering. It's like crazy.
It's like insane. Kind of. So I'm like over it. I'm like just like opting out.
Yeah, I'm so happy in college. Like I was only on Facebook. Like I said earlier, like I had Facebook. Little albums. I had the just like
we had the
not
cameras.
a disposable camera, like a digital camera. Oh God, a digital camera. And then Instagram happened when I moved to New York, and I thought it was a filter app, and then it wasn't. And then I don't know. I'm not even on TikTok yet. I'm not there,
but
I mean, I'm on it to look,
for
recipes and makeup and like all of that.
Yeah,
but it's like it's a lot to live up to.
Yeah,
especially these influencers. I'm like. You look like that in the morning?
No.
Like,
no. No. I know. And it's like tough to compare.
Yeah.
Do people find love on any of your TV shows, or what's the
Oh my God.
What's the upshot of that?
So we have so many single shows that we're casting for all the time. I mean, it's crazy because there's so many singles out there. And I think for 90 Day Fiancé, I said this once before, I think it's a high success rate because, we've had so many spinoffs for 90 Day, but, the main series, which is on season 12, it takes a year. So you work so hard for your fiance from another country to come to America. Well, you're not going to break up now. Like there's already so much money and time involved in it. So I think like the success rate for the couples on 90 Day is much higher than the couples on like, any of the other dating shows.
That's actually wildly shocking to me.
I know.
Won't lie. Like you would not expect that. But
because the stakes are low.
Yeah, and it's like easy for them to like change out. I guess that's why they say that like divorce is like more common now or something.
Right.
Because people can get married just like so easily and then they can like get divorced so easily.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like people don't think it through as much and then they just like pull the trigger and now it's like, oh, and then I could always just like get divorced. So it doesn't feel as like big of a commitment as it actually like, is meant to be kind of a thing.
Whereas like on 90 Day, you're kind of like on a contract.
Yeah.
Like
because they
not just like you're not like a marriage certificate. It's more like, you have to take care of someone.
And so how do you cast those people?
Oh my God.
Like what do you look for?
Same. I mean, oh gosh. We've been casting for so long and we work with lawyers. We're really looking for genuine relationships where, I keep going back to that because I just feel like everyone wants to be on reality TV right now because of Instagram and like the social media and like,
God, totally.
You have so much to gain from being on it. So we want to filter that out. Like, so we find real couples. Like we don't put anyone together. And so it's just like, once we find couples, there's a long interview process. And then.
So the couples apply to be.
Sometimes they apply. We find them online or they're like referred to us. And yeah, and then we interview them and then, who's willing to open up and be like their genuine self, like mess up a little bit, stumble on their words. Like we love that, and then, just try not to be perfect. And so we go through this whole interview process and then we decide which like, who we want to put on. So 90 Days, it's easy to find like not easy at all, but it's like these are real relationships. So it's not like we're finding someone who's like, for some of my other shows, it's like, oh, well, do you want to be on TV or not?
Yeah.
You know?
Are you almost like, I want people who don't want to be on TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I want to find people who are just like their first time on TV.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like if they've been on something before, then you're kind of like, that would be
You've been there, done that. You know, it's not your first rodeo.
Mean, for that show specifically, I guess for other shows, like maybe like, I don't know, but like for that show, it seems like a weird like niche thing that like, if you're like, oh, you were already on a TV show and then now you're like,
right. It's
on 90 Day Fiancé.
Right.
Like you found like,
which is like very unlikely to happen because you have like, you know, you have to go through all of these like legal things. Like it's not like we're forcing you to do anything. So the likelihood of someone already being on a show and then like going through all this like K1 process is like slim.
Yeah. But like you just want someone who's like very genuine and like might even be like kind of shy to it, but like is open to it basically.
Yeah, willing to open up.
How do you know when they're willing to open up though?
When they're not, I mean, it's just kind of like this instinct. I can't explain it. It's like, you know, you're not afraid to say how you feel. You're not thinking about what you say before you say it. You're like, you know, you stumble over your words. You like, you mess up. You know, you get, if you're angry, you get angry. You know, you're not like reserved for the camera. I hate that.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that's what people want to watch. I mean, I watch a little bit of reality TV, like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and New York. Like, I think that's my personal opinion on New York, and I don't want to get canceled, but they're not real friends.
Yeah.
It's the authenticity of the first seasons that made that show so great. And then I think when they recast it, they're not real friends. It's all like cast people who are so aware of the camera. And that's why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't get why like that happened. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like find a real group of friends.
Yeah, well, even with Love is Blind, I think like that was like such a smashing success during COVID because it was like the first season. So like the people who were on it like genuinely didn't know what was going on versus like now, you know, if they come to your city and then they're like, oh, we're casting like Billy and like then you're kind of like, okay, I know what the show is and I know like what to expect versus like the first season. I think everyone was so obsessed with it because like obviously the timing was good with like COVID, but then I think like also it was like very authentic because people were just kind of like the cast like really didn't know what was going on at all.
Same with The Bachelor too. Remember, I think it was like the first like Bachelorette. Like it was so real and she found her guy and it was like, and then it just got.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess you can still find like the genuine people. Do you watch any reality TV?
So I do watch some Bravo. I used to live in Charleston, as I mentioned. And kind of just like a little stint, but I did watch Southern Charm. Like that was a good show. Yes. And I think that show, that's why I liked it because it used to be not as big as it is now. Obviously, I think like with Craig, are you familiar with the cast of
Southern I know
Charm?
Craig. Okay. Actually, I just know Craig because I watched Summer House. But I was a Summer House girl. So I think it's like divided, right?
Yeah. So I think that's why it like got a lot bigger was because Craig and Paige dated. And then like I think a lot of more people like outside of like the sort of like cult of Southern Charm, like the Summer House people also started watching that. So then now it has like massively popular. But like I used to watch it when it was just like all these like fucked up people in South Carolina who like were just like rich but for like a random reason, and it was like Thomas Ravenel who was like the guy who
I need to watch it from the beginning.
Like the early seasons are really good. I think it's
so
still
much better.
Yeah, I think it's still good because the people who have been on it for a while like genuinely like that's just like part of their life, so they don't like think about it and they're just like a hot mess on camera like all the time, and they just like kind of like I think they've probably gotten over that a little bit. So it still feels like and it just like didn't have the like name behind it of like like Real Housewives or something like that.
Exactly.
And I think that's why people like the Utah one as well. Like I never got into that.
I haven't gotten into the Utah. I'm just Beverly Hills in New York.
I think I'm like not into that one, but I think that was kind of the same effect where people like those that.
Wait, are you talking about the Mormon house or the Mormon wives of? Not Real Housewives of Utah.
Yes. No, I think it was the Real Housewives.
Oh, okay, because there's the Real Lives of Mormon Wives, which I'm like obsessed with.
That one came later, but I feel like when people were like Real Housewives of Salt Lake City came on, people were like, oh my God, because again, it was like this sort of like organic thing. And like, the early seasons of Southern Charm were just like Thomas Ravenel, who was like this old politician guy who was like 50, who was just like doing like tons of cocaine. Like he got arrested and had like just like a brick of cocaine like in his car or something. What? And he was like running for like office and he like knocked up this like 22-year-old and like she was like a
Southern Charm.
Yes, like it was like a wild show, and that's why I liked like because some of the stuff was like trashier and I really liked that, and it was like more like less like sanitized than like some of the stuff on like ABC and stuff. So I was just like, this is awesome.
This is great. It's kind of like when Luann got like her DUI and like hit a cop.
Yeah, like
it was like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm like, yes,
that's like the real like gritty TV that like people like wanted to see, where it was like,
great.
Oh God, we follow these people around with a camera and like.
They're gonna get drunk.
Yeah, and like they're gonna let their demons out at some point. And so that's like that was that show. So I watched some of it. I met Bethany Frankel this summer.
Did you really? I've always wanted to meet her.
Yeah, she was. I mean,
I get starstruck by some reality stars.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone, like she's that like OG like. Roni.
I mean, I used to like drink Skinny Girl all the time. When I first moved to the city, I was like living in a women's dormitory, and I would like go get Skinny Girl.
What do you mean by women's dormitory?
Oh God, I was 20. I just moved to the city. I was like, and my mom, I had an internship with Rachel Roy when I first moved to the city, and my mom found Webster Hall. I don't know if it's still a thing. It's not Webster Hall like the music, but it's it was like Webster Apartments or whatever. Maybe it's not. Webster Apartments on like 34th and 9th, and you could pay week by week and live there. And it was like a bunch of women, and you get free food, and you live in like a jail cell. I'm telling you, it was like a twin bed. You get like a sink and like
this can't be a thing anymore.
It is.
It is still a thing.
Oh, I think it moved to like downtown Brooklyn, but it was great for like what at the time. And I met so many girls there that some I'm still friends with. But it was so funny because, and they had like a movie theater, and it was so kind of like
is it for like models and stuff, or is it like
there were some models that lived there? It was just like working women. You have to prove that you have a job.
Yeah, but that sounds like it's like from the 20s, like working women.
Like
I know. You're a secretary in like a Mad Men office or something where it's like, hey, sweetheart, you're probably like 19 or something. So like here's like a school type situation.
Yeah. And I remember they had like jobs. DVDs at the front where you could, this was back in like 2010, 2011. And I was making like $500 a week. That was before taxes. And I was paying, and I was paying like $200 a week for this apartment that gave me food. So I was very strategic with like, I had like my Skinny Girl from Bethany, like her wine. Shout out Bethany. And then
my last like $6 on
oh my God. I mean, like alcohol came first. Whatever going out top I was going out with to like Avenue and like 10 June and like
free dinners with the promoter people.
Oh, promoter, like the promoters, that was like my survival. Like I would have never survived in the city without promoter. Like they provided dinners, they provided alcohol, they provided Ubers. The fun.
Yeah.
Like it was great. Yeah. And then I would come home to my women's dormitory. Like obviously I couldn't bring any guys home.
Right.
Because that was not allowed.
Did you share a room? Or
no. You have your own room.
Yeah.
It was a twin bed.
Yeah.
And then I lived there for like 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
I mean, what, like, where else are you going to get an apartment that, like, you can get free food?
Oh, yeah. I really, like, I loved the free food. Like,
Also, like, I lived in a sorority house with, I don't know, 50 girls, like, when I was in college.
Okay.
So, like, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, except for that I was sharing a room with 3 girls. We had had bunk beds that were like a barrack situation, like in the army, where it was like we had like a quad, so we had like a sleeping room. There was like 4 beds that were like in the wall. Do you know what I mean? Like not a bed, but like more like a shelf. And then you're like, and then you have the other room, and that's like where we kept all our like clothes and shit. And then that was the thing.
Could you bring guys back?
No.
Oh, so that wasn't allowed?
No,
okay.
Definitely not.
See, I thought, okay. See, I didn't do a sorority.
Yeah, no, you're definitely not allowed to. It was so much fun. I mean, did people bring guys back? Yeah, but like, were you allowed to? Like, definitely not. Oh
my God.
And like, it was like, and also like, by the way, like, your friends are like sleeping like 2 feet away from you.
Right.
Like, it's like a dorm, but kind of worse. But it's more fun because like they're like your besties.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if your friend is like sleeping in her bed with a guy, and you're like, no, she's gonna like sneak him out at 6 a.m. from like the back door or whatever, you're like, whatever. But like, it's not like your random roommate. But like, at the same time, like, yeah, it was like very much like what you're describing. Then you go down for like the meals, the communal meals, you know,
the meals that was free. I would try to stock up.
Yeah. And then you like they put the cheese sticks in the fridge and you like squirrel some away so that like later you can like
done a sorority.
Yeah.
It's like I did it in my 20s.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like that's
York.
like an adult sorority situation.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
It really was. And I don't know how I mean, well, I just said I know how I survived. But like off like that salary, living in New York and like just with all the expenses. I mean, my parents didn't help me. They like, I think I had like $1,000 when I first moved to the city from just like, you know, graduation gifts or something. Mm-hmm. And then I just kind of figured it out. It was insane.
And I feel like back then, like, I mean, obviously when you're like that young, you don't have like these things where you're like, oh, I'm going to like go to dinner at like whatever, like.
No dinners.
Yeah.
No dinners. It was promoter dinner.
Yeah.
So wherever
you're not like going to like the Hamptons with your friends, like unless someone's paying for it. Like you don't have these like lifestyle inflation things. But at the same time, like I also think that New York was just like not as expensive back then.
Yeah.
Like I feel like now, obviously within the past few years, like the inflation has been crazy. But then like also I feel like it was just like things just changed with like Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, that's true.
And like the rise of social media, like things kind of like I saw that across the board where it was like, oh, like now there's like sort of like this lifestyle creep that everyone has where it's like people like do go out more because they want to like show that they're out. And then like also like the cost of doing that, people are willing to pay more because they want to put certain things online, if that makes sense.
Totally. And like I think more things are promoted, like these workout classes that are $45 and you know,
totally.
The workout clothes that was never a thing back in the day.
For me,
it's like
that's what I mean.
Gotta get this like, you know, set, like
Lulu set or whatever,
something, and then you know the rollers, and it's just like there's all these small little things that was never really a thing back in the day. And like the specialty coffee shops, that's like a whole new thing now. Like my friend at work, she's like, we gotta go get coffee at this place, and it's like I saw this influencer, she had this coffee, and I'm like.
That's what I mean.
$12 coffee.
Yeah, and they're charging $12 because they know that you want to go take a picture of that. And like back in like the early 2000s, I feel like that like wasn't a thing in the like 2010s. Like, you know, it wasn't before Instagram stories. Like I don't know when that came on the scene. I can't remember. Like maybe like 2018 or 2019. Like I'm trying to think, but like I know it wasn't.
I was
a thing.
in my, you know, women's dormitory.
Yeah.
When Instagram came out, and I remember it because
but then the stories, like I feel like the stories were
you're
like
right, the stories.
Yeah, like that
happened later.
That happened later because I remember thinking like I'm glad I didn't have Instagram stories when I was like in my just out of college like phase. Yeah,
I would be canceled immediately.
Yeah,
like I mean, not that I'm doing anything bad, but like. Oh
and
my
also,
God,
like,
I
think I would have just been like spiraling
Unhinged.
Because I'd be like, wow, all my friends like have money and are like going to like these like cool places or like they have a, you know, they look cute in their Pilates set or whatever the fuck. Like I didn't have the like, and I was, had like $10 to spend a week, like crazy. Of like free money, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so like I feel like I would have had like massive like FOMO. I like worked all the time, like it wasn't like you know. So
so you're thinking more you would have FOMO with the stories. I am like, thank God I didn't share what I did after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, as I couldn't be stopped. Like thank God I had some kind of like. You know, I wasn't able to have access to certain things.
Yeah, I mean, really
instant like stories that people do now.
Yeah, no, I mean, really both. I'm just thinking like, I think I like look back on it like to when like I was like a poverty like 22-year-old, and I'm like, okay, like I could see myself being like, oh, like I am not going on vacation to like the south of France, and like that makes me feel bad. You know what I mean? Like back then.
Yeah.
Versus like being like a little older when that comes out, and then you know like you're like wise enough to be like, yeah, like people post their highlights on there. But like as a 22-year-old, I wouldn't have known that. I would have been like, oh my God, everyone else is like doing fun, cool things all the time and I'm not. So like I'm happy. And like Instagram back then was kind of more like live feed. Mm-hmm. Like people definitely didn't like think about everything all the time, but at the same time true. Like but yeah, the like I feel like the rise of Instagram stories and then TikTok. It's like people are like
TikTok kind of went crazy during COVID, I think.
Yeah. And it made it so that people are even more incentivized. It was like another layer to it where you're like, no, you have to go to this specific coffee place to get this specific thing that's very photogenic and then take a picture of it. And
I do that. I'm like so easily influenced.
No, I'm like not above it at all. I just think that that's why things cost more now. Because I'm like,
I
things
totally
didn't cost as much when you could like post, when you weren't going to post it live all the time. You know what I mean?
Oh, I totally get it. I mean, do you know how many times I have put the rollers in my hair? Have you ever done that at night? Like,
not so much. Like the
sock. I'm like so easily influenced. It's terrible.
Yeah, but your hair looks fucking great. By the way, I should tell you, like whatever sock rolling you're influencing.
No sock today. No sock was put in my hair today.
No, I've tried.
Like I kind of let it air dry and then I curled a little bit the front.
I've tried stuff like that, the sock thing, and it's just like I wake up and I'm like, I'm not that girl.
No,
like,
I don't think I am
I'm not that girl.
Oh, God.
Again, I'm the girl that like maybe you would cast on your show because you're like,
I'm actually just talking to you right now. I'm like, you're no, you're not a hot mess, but you're just real. You know, you're not like you're real.
Yeah, and you're like you're not the picture perfect influencer whose hair looks good when it comes out of the socks.
That.
I'm like,
no one wants that. Like,
I mean,
I want to watch it.
Some people
do.
I think they have.
Also,
like,
you are a perfect influencer, but you're real. You're more relatable.
Thank you.
You know.
Oh my God.
And that's why we're friends. I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You were like this. Like I've worked out with some of the influencers at Fuse House because I was influenced.
Yeah.
I do love Fuse House.
I do love Fuse House.
We have to go.
Okay, let's go.
We have to go. Okay. Not because we were easily influenced. No, because I was on that.
It snatches you up.
Fuse House before.
It is aesthetic, but it's also like it's hot as fuck in there, and like the way you feel afterwards, like you get a big endorphin rush, and it just does like work.
Yeah,
like
it works. And I just feel like I do feel like it's bougie. I like a little bougie. Yeah. You know, if I'm gonna wake up in the morning at 7 a.m., I need to feel like I'm going to a nice workout.
Yeah, you want to be like excited to go there.
Yeah,
for sure. Oh my God, there's nothing wrong with things that are aesthetic. By the way, I'm just noting that like things have an increase in price because they're aesthetic.
I totally agree with you. And are promoters a thing right now?
I think they're not. I think that era of like, and again, I didn't live in New York back then, but I think that era of like the Avenue, One Oak, like promoter dinners and stuff like that. Like a lot of my friends lived in New York after college, and like I think like that was a big thing where it was just like, yeah, if you're a girl who's like 22, you can just like go to these clubs for free and like sit at a table, and it's like the bottles and models era.
Yeah,
I think that's done.
I wasn't the model in the group, I'm 5'3", but
Same.
I was just there.
But
like,
I feel like that was like the like
you know,
the like what they called that like time when everyone when club culture was really big in New York and like
it was great.
People were like
there was promoter brunches. I was like, okay, that's my meal for the day on Saturday. Don't have to pay for that. Like I would plan out my dinners.
Yeah,
and like
of course.
Oh my God.
We all did. Yeah.
I miss those days so like.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like really like when you look back on things and you're like, oh, that was so like innocent in a way. Like it was so simple.
It really was. But Marquee just opened again. Not that like, but now I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's like the last thing I want to do.
I know.
Is go to a club.
Like
I want to go to a nice
think it's
dinner.
like the same. Like
no, it's not the same.
I feel like all the clubs in New York, like in my experience, I feel like I've like always gone to the ones that's like are like hyped at the moment where it's like jeans or like what's the other one like Kachi Shubi and like all these places and I'm like you'll go.
Oh, I've never been to those places. I see them on TikTok when they're asking what's the best place in New York City to go, and I'm like
club. Literally it's like the like New York's hottest club is, and then it's like those places just like fucking suck.
I'm like, what am I doing? I'm clearly not going to the hottest club.
I know.
And I don't want to.
No, it's and they're not fun.
I'm terrified.
And they're always like a little like there's a trashy element to it no matter what, no matter how exclusive they are or cool they are. Like I always I feel like I was in jeans and someone had a table.
I do want to go to jeans. I hear it's great.
See, I didn't find it. I thought I was like, it's a little trashy and like just like it's just like not, you know, that there's nothing like when you go in, you're like underwhelmed. Like to the point, this has been my experience every single time, to the point where I was with Bobby Shmurda at this like gala thing.
Okay. I love a gala.
I mean, yeah, we love a gala.
We love a gala.
And so I stayed for the gala portion.
Okay.
Bobby Shmurda's like, yeah, let's go to Somewhere Nowhere or like one of those random clubs
I've heard of that
like
too.
In Chelsea. And I was just like, I love him and I'm like a huge fan and we like met and it was like the best moment of my life and he posted me a picture of me. I was in the photo. Let's put it that way. But on his Instagram, I was into.
Wait, I want to see these.
Yeah, when I saw it, like my jaw like dropped. I was like, I don't even know. I was like in the bathroom Googling what did Bobby Shmurda go to jail for? Because I was like, was it murder? And I couldn't remember. And it was just like guns trafficking and like just like
wait, why don't I know this story?
RICO charges.
Am I crazy? I'm thinking, I'm like, is this a promoter? I have no idea. Wait, am I supposed to know who this is?
Bobby Shmurda?
Tell me.
Oh my God. Okay.
Am I I don't know.
No.
Maybe I do if I saw a photo. I'm terrible with names.
He was really, really popular rapper in like 2014, 2015.
Okay.
And he was like, remember that the song that's like, okay, I can't sing it because number one, music licensing, and number two, like,
okay, we won't do that.
There's like no words in the song that I can like say. But he, I can't even say the name of the song, but very popular. I'll show you after this.
Show me after this. Okay.
And so I was like massive fan, like when I was like 20, and I
was an Atmosphere fan.
Okay. Yes. Also a big Atmosphere
That was
fan.
That was my rap.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
Obsession. Lil Wayne, obviously.
Definitely a little different and more like like indie. Like Atmosphere is more like indie. Bobby Shmurda was more like a pop, like a mega pop star.
Okay,
you know. So Bobby was at this thing that my friend Derek, who you know,
I love Derek.
He invited me to because he had like invested in this company, whatever. So we go to this party downtown. This gala. Was kind of more of like a party.
Okay.
And yeah, Bobby Shmurda's there and I'm literally like
you're like
and he went to jail for 7 years. Okay.
For what? Like so you don't know.
Yeah, so I didn't know at the time because I couldn't remember. So I just saw him. I was like, holy shit, it's Bobby Shmurda. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, wait, what's going on? Because this was right when the Diddy stuff was coming out. And I was like, whoa. And then I was like, wait. He just got out of jail, which means that he was in jail for like the entire, so like negative, he was just got out of jail. positive he was in jail for all the Diddy stuff. So like,
Oh.
so like by like he has like an airtight alibi and like pretty much all of that stuff. So I'm like, because I'm like thinking like
Yeah.
I love Bobby. I'm obsessed with him, but like, is he like, what's his deal? And then I'm like, wait, okay, he was in jail, but also he wasn't here for any of the Diddy stuff. So
Wait.
I'm like,
So
wait.
what did you do?
So like net, like what are we talking about? And then I'm like, so I'm like in the bathroom, and I'm like, what did Bobby Shmurda go to jail for? And then
I'm with him now.
And I'm like,
this is before ChatGPT.
Yeah, because and
Google.
like what his like tag or whatever is like Shmurda she wrote, and so I'm always like, was it? And so I'm thinking like, was it murder? And then I look at, and then it's like, no, it was just like guns, trafficking, like gang activity, like some RICO charges, like whatever, like who doesn't have that?
You know?
So yeah, yes, exactly, whatever, yeah, just like standard issue
Standard,
stuff,
you know.
And so he's like, yeah, so he's basically like, it's great to meet you. He kissed my hand. He was like, blah blah blah, and then we we like partied for a little bit.
I'm like waiting for you to say something.
And so we are engaged to be married.
Engaged. Okay.
Yeah. So like, don't do dating apps. Just like meet Bobby Shmurda. Yeah. Just like Google in the bathroom if they went to jail. No, so then he's like, let's go to this club, and I'm like, nothing would be more fun than like clubbing with someone like that who's like a rap star who I'm sure just gets into like all sorts of trouble at these clubs.
Wow,
and I was just like,
that's awesome.
And I was just like, I don't like clubs, and I like went home.
I get it. I get it.
I was
Sometimes you
like,
just want to be at home.
New York City clubs are just like never
I'm
fun.
I'm over it. I want to sit at a nice bar with a
I was
nice
like,
cocktail.
What's gonna happen? Like, I'm not missing anything.
You're not missing
I had
anything.
no FOMO. I just went home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so lame. But
No,
like,
you're not lame.
And then like 2 days later, I'm like sitting at a sports bar with Derek, and we're like just like getting over our Sunday scaries in Tribeca, and like we look at our phones, and I'm like, Bobby Shmurda posted a group photo of us. He has 5 million followers. Like, what?
At least you got that. Your last night in a club, you know, you really ended with a bang.
Exactly. So that's my thoughts.
I love it.
Brooklyn, we're almost out of time here,
my
but
God.
this has been so much fun. I know.
It went really. This is crazy.
I know.
It went by so fast.
I know, right?
I'm like, I could have another bottle of wine.
I know. Well, we'll finish this one on a stoop outside and like make some friends. But
I had so much fun. Thank you for having
a great
me.
party. Thanks for partying.
Yes.
And we'll have to do a part 2.
Oh my God. I would love that.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Amazing.
All right. Thank you.